Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is the Divine Force. As you can see, we are not where we were last time, because we were on the chase of Elena's pod that was starting to crash down to Earth. Well, to this planet at least. But in between the episodes, I basically went around all the towns, just trying to search for challengers to play some SO with. I found two of them that I was allowed to challenge, which were also apprentices and one beginner. But that doesn't raise my ranking, so right now I'm in the process of trying to figure out who is the next rank after apprentice. Maybe master level 1? I don't know that, but I will figure that out. But when I got into this town, I did notice something that you might see on the minimap, and that is a new side quest. But besides that, I also want to talk to all our party members just to see if they added a private action to the list. Because I think we did establish that private actions, we can do them in any town because the text they say is the same everywhere. So let's talk to all of them and then open up the side quest and see what he wants us to do. Maybe we can already do it right now. And of course after that we'll continue our search for Elena's pod, because that's what we're here for.
I saw to the boy then, and I will see to him now. I never abandon my patience.
Good on you, and we expect you to. And I think Ray and Albert in the same spot.
To get to where Elena touched down.
The only one that's on a different location, that's of course Nina.
I may not have long as your knight, Highness, but I ask you at least allow me to serve while I can.
Oh, she'll allow you to serve as long as you want. I'm sure of it.
Is Ray a semiomancer? He doesn't seem much like a doctor, but...
Okay, so her location changed with the coming of Midas. Alright, that's good to know. Well, at least now we know there is no additional private actions. And we could check at Ida to see if they say the same and if there ain't a private action there. Because if that's the case, we cannot confirm that we can do those anywhere, just as we try it out at least regularly. Let's test the apprentice.
Unfortunately, I'm still stuck here. You see, there are these frogs around. Gigantic frogs. I can't handle them. I just can't. Could you perhaps do something about them for me?
Defeat 2 Gigatoads. I think we can. Alright.
I heard the stories, but seeing them in the flesh, I simply cannot abide them. Please help me.
Alright, I can quickly arrange them for you. Let's do it. On our way back to the village, I did notice there was someone standing in front of the village also with a quest, so let's see what they want. Because it does seem that side quests are popping up randomly everywhere around the world and I just can't leave them.
Those scum are quick on their feet. Wouldn't you know it? They stole from me and made off like a bat out of hell. Probably the same ones who live over in the ruins. Well, are you gonna stand there, or are you gonna help? Go get my bag and bring it back to me.
Old lady belongings. Retrieve the belongings stolen from an old lady in Larkas region by some thieving scum. It appears that the perpetrators escaped to the Medoon ruins. Alright, so that's a little bit more than just killing enemies.
But if you do, use those young knees of yours and scoot.
Alright, we'll do this actively, because the previous one with just killing 2 toads, that was more of just kill some enemies and it's fine. Which I can do on my own, but retrieving belongings? That sounds more like something we should do together. And it doesn't seem that we are allowed to enter the ruins? Maybe I need to go to the region in order to gain re-entry, or we need to do it at a later time. But let's have a quick look at the ruins and see if we are allowed to go there. So I will see you when we're in front of it. Right, we are at the ruins and the sign is still up here. Nope, we're not allowed to get in there yet, so I'm guessing we just picked up a side quest that we're not supposed to pick up just yet. So I'm assuming that later on we're gonna get back to the village and then we officially need to go back to the Maduna Ruins or something. Because that's where one of our pods is, so maybe we need to check it out or something. Alright, very intriguing. Getting a quest for an area you can't get to. Unless these are type of enemies we can meet at other locations and well maybe complete it there. Very, very curious. But yeah, I'm guessing we're gonna go back to the village and deliver the Toad quests. So we can continue on for the search for Elena. So yeah, I will see you when we get back to the village. Alright, good sir, I've got your toads.
Please accept my deepest thanks for rescuing me once again. Now I can finally move on to the village of Ada.
Glad to be of assistance.
Once again? Are you the same guy that we helped with his bad breath and the enemies? Yeah, I think he is.
I should make haste before those awful amphibians crop up again.
You should.
I've always had a fear of frogs. Ever since I was just a little boy.
Alright, so that explains why he was here right now. Because we helped them in Delric. And after we helped him there, he came over to this town and he created another problem for himself. So I'm sure he's going to be one of those NPCs that will show up in different towns while he's traveling and we need to help him get rid of monsters. Well, I am more than happy to help him with that. But for now, let's get back to Ada village and continue on the search for Elena's pod. I think it's time. Alright, so we know what we have to do.
Follow the side road until you reach the shrine. Be quick about it.
Yeah, don't rush me, I know what I'm doing.
Positional tactics ineffective.
Avoided one. Got attacked by the other.
Hostile gathering strength. Blindside.
Really? This is one of the things I still don't get, because I thought the tutorial said that once a target is locked, it doesn't change it that easily.
Perilous attack incoming. Execute blindside maneuver. Assault. Insufficient outplay.
I still, right now, often get it that... Why am I attacked by all these monsters? Do you guys don't want to do anything? Where's Raymond? Is Raymond stuck somewhere? I don't know. I do see Albaird, but there he is. Raymond, you're one of our prime defenders here. Where were you? Yeah, you make a fight unnecessarily difficult for me. But you are already seeing that I think we're getting to a point that the equipment we had is no longer putting us ahead of the game. We're now getting on the level that the enemies are, so we get a more indicator if we need to grind or not. And it will be about time that we start using our SP points to increase our stats. Because for now, I haven't really done that yet. I just unlocked the first aid and those kind of moves just to give us some extra passive healings. But besides that, I haven't done anything with it. If you look at the menu, you can see like we have almost 1,000 points left to spend, so that's a lot. But seeing as the enemies are getting stronger, I think it's a time that we do that as well, just to keep up with the enemies we're fighting. But yeah, first, let's get to the shrine, because that's apparently where the pod landed. Well, technically crashed, but basically the same. Ooh, snowy region, nice. We've already seen so many different locations.
Oh, excuse is it?
A lens scope. It's material, doesn't it?
The structure in the center is the Galka Shrine. Let's see what awaits us inside.
Initiate warning. Energy levels low. Destroy.
Not with my promise left
See,
No quarter!
see Raymond, with you there,
Exquisite.
absolutely no problem. Ooh, double-fanged Yingia? Who's that? Is that mine? No, I have dual. So does it mean it's from a character we haven't seen yet? Oh, double-fanged Ivinger. I thought it was just one blade that I saw, so I was a little bit confused. Alright. Oh yes, that's definitely better. Dual swords found in a wolf's den, set to penetrate armor like wolf fangs and crush bones mercilessly. 10% damage on a critical hit. Yes, please. Yeah, and I do love the fact that the visuals of the weapons change depending on the ones you have equipped. I always like it when games does that. With equipment pieces, I like it as much, but it's not as prevalent because certain equipment that a character wears can be their personality. But weapons, hell yeah.
Elena could be in trouble. Let's go check out that shrine.
Yeah, you can try to pressure me, but I'm still gonna look for a few extra gems. This will go to a new area, so let's not, because we'll probably be going there eventually anyway. I do, however, want to get those two clusters. Good. Damn, that's a miss. Doesn't matter. We will get it eventually. Perfect. A little bit faster on the last one, but we got it.
Elena! Son of a... Elena!
Need some assistance? Albaird, take the other side. We three ought to suffice.
Damn, she's severely damaged.
Ray,
Status?
right leg and left arm have sustained heavy damage. Neural circuitry offline in both right hand and left leg. Symbol drive is non-functional at the moment. Current power is being supplied from reserve energy source. In maintenance mode, I have, at most, 56 hours remaining. Advanced processing functions are also limited, preventing movement.
Right. How can I help?
Due to depleted energy levels, I will be unable to perform repairs myself. Furthermore, I can no longer salvage the parts I need from this damaged craft.
Crap. So what are we supposed to do?
Go to another pod.
Take me offline and destroy me. It is imperative that we prevent our technology from falling into the hands of anyone here.
Are you crazy? What kind of captain would I be if I told my crew to start offing themselves? There's another way out of this. I know it.
Of course.
The equipment this life form requires to reconstruct itself can most likely be recovered from your downed escape pod.
Well, you certainly pick very convenient times to start talking.
I speak only when necessary, such is my programming.
And thank you for deciding to pipe up now, because you're absolutely right. My escape pods barely sustained any damage. Think that'd work for you, Elena?
I don't see why not. So long as you can collect enough of what I need. I should be able to restore my motor control systems to previous output levels. Here, this should be everything.
Thanks. You go into maintenance mode. Save your energy best you can. Just keep a comm channel open for me, got it?
Understood.
Ray, I take this to mean we are returning to the site of your ship?
As quickly as possible.
You mind? It's kinda out of the way.
It may be, but we do not mind. We agreed to assist you in the search for your crew, and we intend to honor that agreement.
Wait. Don't know about you guys, but personally, I am super confused. I won't ask you to explain now, but you will tell us what's going on eventually, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And this was what I was about to
said
say,
there
yeah.
was another meteorite not unlike this one, did you not?
Huh? Yeah? Why?
I should like to see it. Therefore, I shall be joining you.
Oh, so now you're interested in what we're up to. How quickly we change our minds.
What did you say?
You're free to come. Glad you want to, honestly. Because your help's gonna be invaluable. You've got tech like nothing I've seen here. I'll sleep easier knowing Elena's got you in her corner.
Glad I could be your soporific.
And you're sure it's okay to leave her here alone?
She will be fine. The villagers will know better than to enter, and I doubt any of the local fiends will make it this far.
Then let's get cracking. We're on the clock here, people. Move it.
Hell
Right
yeah.
behind you.
Alright, so yeah, the thing I was gonna say is that are we not gonna get any weird response to the fact that she's an android and they don't know what an android is. So wouldn't they say like, how is she still breathing? How is she still alive without an arm and a leg? But I did love the way they handled the voice, just like a broken computer. Yes. And of course, like I said earlier in the series, I know all the characters in the game, so I knew that Elena was gonna be an android. It was well known in trailers very early on, but very beautiful looking android at that. So, right now we're gonna go back to the pod, and again, another reason why the pod should stay in the environment and not pop up just for the scenes, because it will give it more value, more purpose to it. Because I have been saying it a lot, but I truly do believe that would be the better case. And yes, there's of course a chance by going back to get the parts that there might be another person or group that might find this pod in the meanwhile. So let's see if we can hurry up this a little bit. Having said that, I do want to do one thing. Let's see, how change party. Yeah. Let's change Midas and Albaird, because like I said, those two are, in my opinion, at this point in time, inexchangeable. So we can have them in the party, especially seeing that this is more about technology, and Midas really, really likes his technology. So I think that would be better to have him in our party. So now let's see if we can warp back. The Wreathed. Hey, the ruins are now open. Okay. I get a feeling that when we try to get back to the pod, it is stolen by thieves and we need to go to the ruins in order to get it. So yeah, let's get to the pod first then. So let's get over there.
Brace for a fight.
Thank you!
Warning. Energy destroyed.
How exquisite.
Devil's blood.
You'll not be the last.
Neutralized.
My swords are at the ready.
Target sighted. Destroyed. Threat neutralized.
How exquisite.
Alright, almost there. Now let's see if the pod is still there or if I'm right and it has been stolen by thieves. Oh, there are definitely thieves surrounding it. Alright, let's liberate it.
Ray, hold a moment. By the looks of it, someone has stolen the march on us.
No, those are different
Friends
people.
of yours? Not sure. I don't think so.
Who's there?
Well, that certainly answers my question.
Move it or lose it, jerks! We don't have time for this!
Yeah. And the loot is ours.
Secured.
Retreat!
Something fishy's going on. How were they able to control the pod like that? Come to think of it, how'd they even figure out it was here in the first place?
But it did
Rather
answer
than
the question I
contemplate
had.
unanswerable questions, I would advise that you focus instead on the expedient retrieval of the components the android requires.
Hey, Elena, can you hear me?
Yes.
We found the pod. Just tell us what you need and we'll get to cutting.
Understood. First, remove the pilot seat. Behind it, you should find a panel. Open it.
We get to dismantle it. Excellent.
What? Someone's excited.
Yeah, he gets to fiddle around with new technology. Of course he's
I've never
excited.
seen this level of craftsmanship. What tools could produce anything with such impressive detail?
Uncle Midas, work now, ask later.
Next, I will need you to obtain the parts necessary to replace my Symbo drive unit. This will require the removal of the pod's generator. When it's removed, you will be unable to make any more long-range subspace communications.
Roger that. Let me call my brother real quick then. See if I can't get him to hurry it up a little. Computer, get me Antonio Lawrence.
Unable to establish connection.
What? Fine, then try my dad. Get me Raul Lawrence.
Unable to establish connection. Long-range subspace communication. May be unable to reach. the Bergholm system at this time.
What the hell?
Ray, listen. So long as you're stranded here, you can't afford to lose your lines of communication. My recovery will have to wait.
Sorry, but my captain's intuition is telling me otherwise. We're getting you patched up, whether you like it or not.
But...
My brother's already on his way, plus Chloe's still out there. And how am I supposed to save her without you, huh? You gotta trust me on this one, okay? Everything will be fine.
Understood.
Alright, get that generator, Ray.
Using the parts you salvaged, you'll need to begin by repairing my circuitry, followed by both my arm and hand. At which point I should be recovered enough to repair the remainder of my body myself. Estimated time until completion, 72 hours.
Okay?
That's about the time I expected it would take. Laeticia, I know this kind of derails things, but you cool to wait around?
Of course. But Albaird and I shall make the most of it. There is little doubt that many in the region witnessed the descent of Elena's craft. We will find out what they make of it. And we may discover the identity of those we caught snooping about your ship.
I don't know.
It is not without its dangers, I grant you. But if there are more of those men out there, it may affect Elena's chances at recovery.
That's true, but it's a lot to ask.
Where friends are concerned, it is a trifle.
Count me in too! You guys will need a healer on hand in case Albaird's arm starts acting up again, right?
Your company would be a boon indeed. If my suspicions are correct and those men are with the Empire, then we will need all the help we can get.
We will return to the shrine 3 days hence. Elena should be on her feet by then.
Okay.
So, quick question. Who is Ray exactly?
If only I knew.
Wait, so does anyone know who he is?
We know only what he tells us. That he comes from beyond the stars or some such.
Beyond the stars?
I admit, we were hard-pressed to believe it as well, but after all we have borne witness to...
So, is that orb a similar deal? Is it from beyond the stars too?
It was cargo on Ray's ship, although he is just as mystified by it as we are.
So many questions!
And no answers. In any event, the fewer people who know about all of this, the better. To that end, let us find out just how far the rumors of Elena's craft have spread.
Yeah, she's totally right about that. We really need to investigate that. And this is our first action with Laeticia that has some more meaning, like an action that she actually does herself. Because I'm sure that if we chose Raymond as the protagonist, we would go with him in the recovery and repair of Elena. So finally, something positive, because the other two scenes that Raymond got to do something, I just had to wait there. So this is a lot better. And back to the point that I made about the ship not being seen on the map here, I have to admit, I was wrong. The game did it right. I totally forgot that it was cloaked, which make good reason why you don't see it here, and why no one else managed to go towards it and try to haul it off for themselves. So yeah, so that point has been totally redeemed. So yeah, this game is still top-notch to me. Can we interact with this? No, I think anything worthwhile is now removed from the pod, and now it's visible for all time. So yeah, I like that. It works. Alright, and having done that, where are we gonna go? We're gonna go towards the villages and just talk to the people there? Yeah, it does seem like it, but I think for now I want to do one more thing. And that is, I want to fulfill the old lady's request before we head back to the village. Hopefully without Ray we can still do that. Hopefully we are strong enough, but I think we should be able to. Especially with the new weaponry we got at the shrine. And if I am right, we need to fight...
Destroyed.
Who? What? Hell? Successfully attacking the enemy without being noticed will get you a surprise attack bonus. To be honest, I'm more surprised by the enemies attacking me, so... Are they getting a surprise attack? Enemies and nearby enemies hit by your attack will be incapacitated by time, and this will blindside them, allowing for greater damage, as well as the potential for extra rewards by destroying them. Yes, and giving us extra AP to fight with. Surprise attack chain, successfully executing as a series of surprise attacks will create a chain, and you get a bonus based off on that chain. Yes, I've noticed that too. Alright, so I still don't know if we were the ones that initiated that surprise attack or if they did. Either way, it doesn't really matter because we beat the living crap out of them.
Destroyed. Assault. Warning. Energy levels low.
Alright, so I still haven't seen something in regards to an old bag that we are looking for. And of course, destroying these, never a bad thing if we can still carry it. And if we can't carry it, at least we'll get some money for it. Alright, is it an indicator on the map for the quest? I doubt it. Alright, let's check the quest list. And we haven't got any of the old belongings. Alright, let's press on and see if we can find the actual perpetrators. It has to be one of these thieving scumbags.
Threat neutralized. Destroyed. Threat neutralized.
Maybe we need to find the leaders of these scumbags, because I know it's a type of enemy here as well.
Threat neutralized.
And I think those are a little bit further in.
Threat detected ahead. Destroyed.
You'll not be the last.
Threat neutralized. Destroyed.
Yeah, chief scumbag. Alright, still not seeing anything. Maybe they're not a reward from an enemy, but maybe they're an item that we can find inside here. Well, there's only one way to find out, and we know that I gave the comment when we reached the place where we found the boss and Duma's paw, that there we got an indicator that we are at the actual ruins. So maybe we need to be inside that major structure. Well, it's not too far from here. There's definitely a lot more scumbags in this area at the moment, so maybe they knew we were coming and they are preparing a defense. It's not a very good defense, but still. And it is giving us a nice extra bunch of experience and money, so it's definitely not a bad thing. And if it wasn't a separate item we got from this, if it was just killing the scumbags, I would probably have done it off screen, but we can do it. Because I want to see what the old bag is, if it is a drop from an enemy when we defeat it, or if we actually are going to find like bags or chests where the belongings are into. Maybe even get some text about it. Right. Yes, this is supposedly the actual ruins. There's the plot. And that cluster definitely wasn't here last time. So technically we could have gotten the part from this thing as well. Alright, did we pick it up by accident at the moment? We did. So it was a drop from one of the enemies. I just didn't notice it. Alright, I don't mind. As long as we get it.
So exquisite.
Let's see if we can find a few more of these enemies. There should be some on top of there. Ooh, a chimera. Wouldn't mind fighting that one.
Destroyed.
Do not let up.
Thank you very much.
Exquisite.
Is that going to be the last ones?
Initiate emergency protocols.
Oh yeah, they definitely didn't expect that. Yeah, there it is. Old lady belongings.
More than you deserve.
Alright, perfect. Alright, let's get back to the village. Inquire, of course, about the pot they've seen. And of course, giving the old bags back to the lady and get a reward for it. And let's do that first. So we can just scratch it off our list.
That's the one. I knew you Muppets would pull through. Here's your reward. My secret recipe. It's a real treat.
Glad to be of assistance.
Preparation recipe, really? Oh well, I'm just glad we made it.
I would have taken those ruffians down like that. I'm retired now and not quite as fit as I once was. If it weren't for this rusty hip of mine, I could still take on a dragon if I wanted to.
I'm sure you would. Alright, let's talk to the people in town.
You three come from the forest north of here? Then you must have seen that comet. So, stumble on anything out of the ordinary? Anything that might start a fire in the groves?
Everything was perfectly normal, I assure you. May I ask, did you happen to notice from which direction the comet fell?
Looked to me as if it came from the east, toward Delrick in that area.
I see. Thank you very much.
Alright.
As to expand our search to Delrick, then. Let's be off.
I was just about to say, Albaird, that that's a great indicator that we might need to get to Delrick in order to gain some more information. Do you want to check out the rest of the town, see if there are more people we need to talk to? More impressions? There are more people, and I thought maybe we could talk to these ones as well, but it does seem that we only needed to talk to that one. And I think this is a very old master. Yeah, Grand Champion? Definitely not. Alright, let's pick up these pots and then get over to Delrick.
Exquisite.
In a town so large as this, perhaps it would be prudent to narrow our search.
Let's start with Dr. Eason then. I'm betting he'll put us on the right track. The clinic is up the hill from here, on the opposite side. Do you know the way?
I remember.
Of course. Let us hope Maester Marcus is in.
Yeah. Ooh, and I think... Yeah, that's still the old tethered quest, but I'm thinking we need to have the skill to make clothing before we can deliver that one.
Pardon us.
Check the rest first. First steal all his stuff, then talk to him.
Lady Laeticia, back so soon. Have you met with Midas?
Yes, and he was good enough to tend to Albaird's arm. Although, he would not even so much as entertain our other request.
Branches oft bend to a persistent wind. So, how can I help the three of you today?
Got a question for you. Did you hear anything about a strange shooting star recently?
Oh, to be sure. It was quite the sight. Never seen anything like it. It was all anyone could talk about. Little wonder, the way it scored the skies over Wreathed.
Oh, great. So the whole western portion of the kingdom saw it?
Which would mean that the people of Wreathed had a clear view. We should check in.
So I'm guessing we're gonna hear that it was visible from the direction of the Empire, which would be the indicator why those people were there. They were initially not searching for that pod, but Elena's one, but stumbled on Raymond's. So that begs the question, will Raymond be okay, or will they attack him at the shrine too? Oh, sorry.
A shooting star appears to have fallen somewhere in the vicinity of Wreathed.
Or is it another pod entirely? Interesting.
Oh, don't tell me you three are here for a bet at the infirmary too.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you're not. Sorry. Got a lot of people here looking for treatment, but the sick beds are just about full up.
Treatment for what?
Beats me. Things are weird, I tell ya. First, there's word that the rot's going around again, then that comet. Nothing but ill omens. Easy to see why everyone's on edge.
I suppose our best bet is to start with Dr. Vey'l. He may know more than most.
Okay, so basically a lot of people are sick, so I'm hoping it's not the disease that's spreading, but maybe people are worried about the fact that they saw the comet and, like he said, that they thought it was an ill omen or something like that. Which, at some point, I can understand.
I don't care how fluffy the bed is. No jumping up and down on it, okay? I've seen you folks zipping around out there left and right, but in here, you behave yourselves. You hear?
I hear, but I will keep on asking you until you give me permission to jump on those beds. And at some point, I know you will.
It is well stocked.
Oh, thank the stars.
Whoa, Doc?
You wouldn't believe the number of sick I've been treating. Please, I need your help.
It is quite all right, Nina. The two of us will be fine. Stay and assist Dr. Vey'l. We shall return for you later.
Thanks so much, you two. I owe you one.
No problem.
I'd rather not distract the doctor now. He seems a touch frazzled.
Then mayhaps the townspeople will have something for us.
Okay, so they're actually sick. That is extremely worrisome, to be honest.
I would offer you some tea, but,
It's kinda busy.
I'm sorry, Laeticia, but I'm a little busy right now.
That's okay. Do we want to see if there's anything for us to collect? Well, there is a sick person in here, so I don't want to go in. Yeah, he's still lying there. Yeah, maybe it's spreading. I hope not. Alright, let's get out.
Nina will have her hands full with assisting at the hospital. Without proper leads, I am not certain where best to begin.
I have heard the ideal location to gather intelligence is at a tavern.
Is that so? Does such a place exist within Rifle?
It seems there is one to the town's northeast. Shall we?
We shall.
If you insist.
I think we even been there before,
Let us
and
question those
she's right.
individuals there.
Well, he's right.
Excuse me.
Because in other RPGs, where you go to bars and stuff like that, there's always a rumor or two going around of a quest or information. So Albaird is practically right. Best place to gather information, go to a place where people gather, like a tavern.
Exquisite.
And in this town at this point, the infirmary would be a good second.
I'm telling you, I saw it with my own eyes. Yeah, some nasty goblin man came crawling out of that comet. He's what's been spreading this illness, I tell you.
A goblin from a comet?
I find that quite a hard story to swallow.
I was out on the wharf when that thing came down. And then, where there was nothing, poof, this weird-looking fellow popped up. I ain't never seen anyone like him.
Care to describe him?
A horn! He had a horn! And his skin is like twilight, all purpley. Now you try telling me that thing ain't the cause of this plague.
A man with a horn came out of the comet.
All right, that's quite enough out of you. Sorry, been out of work so long, not much to do save drink.
No, it is quite all right.
Channel's meant to open back up any day now, get us back to sailing. Although these crazy rumors about falling stars and plagues could put an end to those hopes. But really, don't take any of these weird blatherings to heart.
Perhaps we should return to the infirmary.
Alright, so, but this is really good information, because I thought we were going to ask around about comets as in Raymond, Dumas and Elena's pod, but apparently there's another one, and it doesn't sound like Chloe, does it? A purple man with a horn on his face? Could it be another crew member we just haven't seen yet? Or could this be maybe a part of the ship that attacked us? Whatever it is, I'm very curious about it. So let's go back to the infirmary, see if Nina is done, or if we can get some more information about the people that are sick.
Are things looking better here?
A bit. Not that I was able to do much. Anyway, learn anything useful?
Only that there is indeed a great deal of talk. At this juncture, I believe it is safe to say that the whole western half of the kingdom is aware of the comet.
And considering the interest around it, more people may yet try to investigate the crash site. We must move Elena from the shrine as soon as possible. I fear we do not have long.
That settles it. Back to her pod we go.
Hell yeah.
To get to the Galka shrine, we had to cross the Larkus region into the Delvir region again.
A significant journey indeed. We should make certain we are properly prepared.
I agree with that, but I think we are prepared. And the reason I got back in is because I thought the Y on top of her was a means for us to talk to her, but apparently it was not. Alright, I'm gonna try this one.
Hey there.
Yeah, I wanna see if this is the next level. Still too low. Alright. Well, we'll figure it out. I will try to see what's the rank after Apprentice in between the episodes. So we're not randomly going left and right all over town trying in search of an SOA player that we can actually fight against. But for now, let's see if we can make our way back to the pod. And I think we should just walk the same way as we did before, right? But let's first get outside and maybe we'll get some extra information that we can use on our travels. Ooh, intriguing. We're not allowed to warp, so there is something going on story-wise. I'm very much intrigued, but I was planning to go over to the shrine just rightly before it and then end the episode there so we could see how Elena's up to at the start of the next episode. But seeing that something is gonna happen once we go past the beach, we're gonna end it here. We're gonna start the next episode by seeing what's going on over there and will it stop us from reaching Elena's pod. And I'm telling you that comet that they were talking about here in Wreathed, that's not one of the three that we know of so far. It's a different entity. And I'm more than curious to find out who is in there. Because if you know a bit of the older Star Ocean series, could it be a Vendini? Because I think that's the name of the other aliens that have attacked other characters in other Star Ocean games. So could they be in here as well, or is it a whole new adversary? I am extremely curious, so we'll find out on next time. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we're gonna see what's going on. See you then. Bye bye.